Turkana Wind Power has actually been recognized by Project Finance International, Thomas Wright.
To say thank you. And of course, I will not forget our initial financier.
Fossil fuel-based energy sources.
Your Excellency, it has been a very difficult journey from 2017 when we had issues. Lake Turkana were ready for the evacuation of power. We were not ready to evacuate that power. It has been very costly, and today really marks a very happy day when you personally, you are here to commission the biggest wind farm in Africa. It was through your personal intervention, Your Excellency, and your team that today we are seated here to celebrate the long journey we have come. It has not been easy, as I mentioned earlier. It has put us in the map of the world. Not Kenya alone, not Africa alone. Today we pride that Kenya's generation mix is over 85% renewable, Your Excellency. We are among the top countries in the world. And I believe with other projects online, Your Excellency, sir, we will push to ascertain that in near future we should be 100% renewable. Just to wind up, Your Excellency, because this is not my day, it is your day. There are projects which I want to commit as a ministry that we have done the design and we were waiting to finalize the budget. As you are aware, Your Excellency, there are two towns here, Southor, which is in Samburu, which is about 50 kilometers from where we are. Currently, they don't have power. We are running solar. And we have already designed a transmission line from here, 33 kV, so that we can have power there. It's about 100 million. And I want to promise, Your Excellency, that is a line which is paramount to us, because from there now we walked all the way to Baragoi. Already we have connected Maralal from Rumuruti, and we are upgrading the line from Maralal. The last one is the town, which is for about 40 kilometers also from here, Longalani, which we have also finalized the design, Your Excellency. And that line, I want to promise that as soon as we finalize, we will also commence the construction of that line. So eventually that line will proceed all the way to Marsabit, because we will open up the northeastern area. Saying that, Your Excellency, there are so many projects we are doing in this county. Under the Kenya Off-Grid project funded by World Bank, we are spending about $5 million, which is about 500 million, in various, about 13 separate towns, which are going to do solar, mini grid of solar and wind, which already we have finished the design. We are acquiring the lands which are here, and then we can move. And then under the last mile connectivity, where we have the transformers, we are doing the solar. We are also spending another 500 million so that we can give access to electricity to the resident of Marsabit County, and likewise to Samburu County.
Success has many fathers, and I guess mothers, but failure is an orphan. Today we are gathered here to celebrate this great success. And let me say just two things, Your Excellency. That for this plant to be what it is today, there are 2 or 3 people that made the largest contribution to the success of this plant. Your Excellency, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for the many meetings and the long hours you personally took the initiative to chair and to prosecute for this project to succeed. I am a witness of the many meetings that you personally chaired and the instructions you gave to ministers and everybody involved, without which we wouldn't be here, because this project would not have gotten here. I would also want to single out the board and management of Lake Turkana Power Plant for their persistence and consistency, almost being adamant that this project must succeed. Congratulations to you, because we know very well that there were many issues and many challenges that you have had to wade through to get this project to this spot. And finally, Your Excellency, this project is a product of many communities, many counties, many nationalities, as we can see, many governments, and the partnership between the government of Kenya, which you lead, and the private sector that has given birth to the largest power plant in Africa, clearly indicating to us the power that is there when communities, nationalities, different financial institutions, and a partnership between public and private, the kind of synergy and power that we can have going into the future. And I'm sure that many will learn from this project, and many projects in the future will adopt this model.
Miradi kama hii ndio itatusaidia kuhakikisha vijana wa Marsabit wameweza kupata makazi, kwa sababu kazi huwezi pata bila stima. Jameni, tunataka watu na kuinua hali ya maisha ya wananchi wetu. Wakienda hospitali tunaweza kuweka madawa zetu kwa sababu kuna stima. Kama ni mambo ya kufanya viwanda vikubwa hatuwezi kufanya bila stima na mambo kama haya. Sisi tunataka kubadilisha maisha ya Wakenya, na hatusemi Wakenya wa Nairobi peke yake. Tunataka Wakenya katika kila kona ya taifa letu la Kenya wako katikati ya mipangilio yote ya maendeleo ya serikali yetu, na hivyo ndivyo tutakuwa na usawa, hivyo ndivyo tutakuwa na maendeleo ya kudumu, na mambo haya ndio itatusaidia sisi wote kuwa na taifa ambao twajivunia na twafurahia. Project will increase electricity supply by approximately 13% and will reduce our reliance on thermal generated electricity and insulate Kenya from supply constraints during periods of low water levels. Indeed, it should be noted that without the wind power project, the fuel cost charge, FCC, would have been as high as 5 shillings and 75 cents per kilowatt hour in May of 2019, as compared to 3 shillings and 75 cents per kilowatt hour, the cost that was applied in that particular month. This is a combined saving to Kenyans in the amount of Kenya shillings 8.5 billion in the first 8 months of injection of this wind supply to our national grid. For the wind project energy to be connected to the national grid, we also undertook the construction of the 400 kilowatt, 538 kilometer transmission line from Loyongalani, here where we are, to Susua in Narok. This line has a capacity to transmit about 2,000 megawatts and traverses the renewable energy-rich counties of Marsabit, Samburu, Laikipia, Nyandarua, Nakuru, and Narok. The 438 kilometer transmission line, constructed by Kentraco, will for the first time in our nation's history enable the provision of reliable power supply and enhance connectivity within this region. This should boost this region's education, health, mining, fisheries, tourism, meat processing, and construction sectors, bringing significant dividends to local communities who reside in those areas. Our country is blessed with vast renewable energy resource in all these counties that I have mentioned, and indeed across the entire republic, which still remains largely untapped. Accordingly, my administration has stepped up its efforts to encourage development of wind farms and other renewable green sources of electricity by both KenGen, and we are also encouraging the private sector to participate. With the investments that we have made so far, we have managed to have our installed capacity increase from 1,768 megawatts in March of 2013 to the current 2,712 megawatts, with the Lake Turkana wind, Garissa solar power with 54 megawatts, and the Gong Winds power with 26 megawatts among the ones that have joined the grid within the last year. We are pleased to note that Kenya is without doubt on course to be a global leader in renewable energy. And this will not only ensure that our nation's scenic beauty and unique ecosystems are preserved and protected for both present and future generations, but will also ensure that we become energy independent and that our energy supply will be safe as well as predictable. This occasion signals our continued commitment to honor our pledges to the people of the Republic of Kenya. And we are doing this by ensuring that the electricity needed to power our shared aspirations for social economic transformation of our land and nation is generated from clean, renewable, and green sources of energy. My administration is on course to realize sustainable development which is anchored in intergenerational equity by utilizing the resources and potential of today without compromising the Kenya of tomorrow. This project is yet another demonstration that there is indeed plenty within our Kenyan borders, and that every part of the country has the potential to make tremendous contributions to the prosperity of Kenya and the achievement of our national goals. In that regard, my administration is steadfastly committed to ensuring that every part of Kenya participates in the development efforts that we have embarked upon, and that the fruits of our labor are indeed enjoyed by all Kenyans, wherever they may be within our borders. Electricity generation is at the heart of the implementation of our Big Four agenda, which is decent and affordable housing, affordable health care, job creation, and economic growth through manufacturing and food, nutrition security for all Kenyans. Projects, therefore, such as the Lake Turkana Wind Power Project are a core enabler for these Big Four. Today, we again raise the bar for the continent as we unveil Africa's single largest wind farm, the Lake Turkana Wind Power Project. This monumental project, comprising 365 wind turbines of 850 kilowatts each, with a total installed capacity of 310 megawatts. This also, with the private sector investors who have joined us in bringing into reality this landmark project, we invested in excess of Kenya shilling 73 billion, the single largest private sector investment in this sector in our nation's history. Na tunawashukuru, pongezi. Tuendelee na moyo huo wa kuwa kitu kimoja kama Wakenya. Tupendane, tushikane mikono, tuache siasa duni. Jameni, tufanye kazi, tuinue hali ya maisha ya watu wetu wote. Na mimi naamini hivyo, tukitekeleza hivyo, baada ya miaka ingine 10, mtu ambaye alikuwa amesafiri ameenda kuishi nchi za ng'ambo, akirudi atajiuliza kama yuko Kenya ama yeye yuko London ama kwingine. Hivyo ndivyo tuwataka. Na hiyo ni jasho, bidii na kulinda mali ya Wakenya. Tuitumie hiyo kodi na pesa ambazo tunazipata kwa njia ya kuhakikisha mwananchi amepata benefit. Hii mambo ya kila mradi ni tuulize ni gapi itaingia mfuko ya fulani. Mambo ya ufisadi, tutapambana na hawa watu, warudishe pesa, tuhakikishe ya kwamba hiyo pesa imeingia kwa miradi ya kubadilisha maisha, lakini sio miradi ya tumbo za watu wachache na bibi zao na watoto wao. Si ni namna hiyo wenzangu?